Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Dumb Dad Podcast. My name is Kevin, and I'm a dumb dad.
Hey there, my name's Evan, and I'm a dumb dad.
Hey, buddy. Cheers.
Hey, pal, cheers. It is officially fall for us. I just jinxed it.
I'm sure a lot of you have been like, it snowed a month ago.
Yeah, I know.
For us,
we were filming some stuff this past weekend, and our beautiful, patient, supportive wives took the kids for us so we could go film all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I discovered on our way to set that it was like, it's going to be a beautiful fall day. And we were disappointed. Both of us were commenting on how disappointing it was going to be.
it was so.
That we were going to be inside all day and that we were going to miss the foggy, cool day. But it's extended into this week, and I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. It's extended into Tuesday, which is the day we are recording this, and it was pleasantly chilly most of the day.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
We were kind of joking earlier about the fact that we could wear pants now until midday. There's about 2.5 hours, 3 hours during midday where you're like, you're fighting the urge to go throw your shorts back on because it's just how it works here in Southern California. But
you wore shorts in the afternoon because we met up for picking up our kids at preschool.
Yeah, I did.
And I kept the pants. I lost the sweatshirt. I'll find it eventually. No, I took it off, and then when we pick up our kids from preschool, our routine is then we're going to let them play at the playground for a little bit, and I had to just stay in the shade. And I was in the shade.
Yeah,
I was still enjoying myself.
Sure. You lost the long sleeves. I lost the leg sleeves. So essentially,
there you go.
Yeah. So essentially, we met in the middle, at the belt, in the shade.
Both had belt areas were closed.
I think defaulting before I left to go for preschool pickup. I think I just defaulted to better put shorts on because that's what I've done for the last 8.5 months. I don't even really think I thought about it. It was just like, I can't leave the house in pants. I'll be miserable in leg sleeves. I'll be miserable.
Let me amend that. I wore the exact same outfit I wore for pickup that I wore for drop off.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. I was really embarrassed for you.
It was just that. I was like, all right, son, give me your backpack.
Yeah.
I need to put my sweatshirt
You had
in there.
2 opportunities to have 2 different outfits, throw 2 different looks out there for the world, and you just did the same thing twice in a row. Like, what a nightmare.
I feel like I've disappointed the fellow parents and teachers enough. Nobody has expectations of me at this point.
Okay, so we're going to jump right into it. A dumb dad moment came about half an hour after you left.
When? Wait.
Today.
Today at the playground?
Yep. So we go pick up our little kiddos in preschool together.
Uh-huh.
And they were going to play like they like to do pretty much every day, run over to the playground and play for a while until they tucker out.
Yep.
And then we take our kids home and then chill for a bit and then go get our oldest ones from elementary school.
Right.
There's a little bit of a break there.
I left a little earlier because... Yeah.
You left a little earlier.
It's early pickup Tuesdays, and I'm not going to forget it this year, bud.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to probably happen. It's going to happen to one of us this year that we forget early pickup.
Right. Stop telling my story for me. Because here I'm at the playground, and so you left early, and I'm at the playground playing with my daughter, and she's having a great time. She was loving being there, hanging out. Eventually, she's like, "Can I buy lunch?" I'm like, "Sure." I'm sure maybe your son's. I don't know how does he eat his lunch every day? You pack him a little lunch at preschool. She eats some of it. She was crushing it for the first 2 weeks. She ate she started nibbling on the bag a little bit. She was so hungry. It was wow, she's doing so well.
He crushes it eventually.
Sure.
Whether it's
that's kind of what she's been doing now.
Or
come home from school. I'm hungry. Well, what did
Here you go. Click, click.
Yeah. That's what she's been doing. But today she was like, "Can I have some of my lunch?" I'm like, "Great." So we sat on the park bench eating a little bit. My wife texts me, "Are you guys going to go straight to get the second grader?" And I'm like, yeah, maybe. We'll see. The next text come through because he's out in 14 minutes. And she knew we weren't home yet. And I was like, yeah, we're leaving right now.
Perfect.
Made it there on time.
Okay.
Made it there on time. But that's sort of my dumb dad moment there. And also the reason that I will specifically shout out my wife today for being the partner that we all need. Who just probably knows who I am. Communication
is important in relationship.
Yep, that's right. And so everything was fine. I went and got him.
But it almost wasn't.
Boy, oh man, it almost was not. Yeah, so
I don't want your son to go through that, but like
I know.
I want it to happen.
I know. What a great warning. Let me tell you.
That's good.
Yeah, it was.
We're only in October, bud.
Yeah, I know. That's my first thought was like, ooh, wow, that was early in the year.
Yeah, that's dangerously close. Wow.
So
it's funny. I thought you were going to be like 5 minutes
car.
behind, because that happens with a lot of times with kids when like someone leaves like a playground or something similar. They're like, I want to stay. Great. And then 5 minutes later.
Well, especially
like,
you're right. They're buddy. It's like
Yeah.
they're buddies, right? So
Yeah.
you guys leave, and I'm sure she's going to be like, well, this place is cashed. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
No, she was running around playing and wanted to get back on the swings, and we were just,
Great.
We played tag for a bit and stuff, and I was just thinking like, we got all the time in the world.
You sure did.
Yeah. Stay as long as you want, babe.
Man.
So I'll rewind for the listeners who, if you're new here, we made it all the way through last year. There's 1 day a week that's early pickup. It's like an hour before.
Right. Some people don't have that, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe they do. I don't know.
And made it all the way last year until the second last week of the school year. And I forgot to go pick up my son, and his teacher had to call me from the office where they were waiting for me to go get him. So that was my severe dumb dad moment at the end of last school year. And tried to do it today. My wife didn't let me. So bless you, babe. I love you.
Trying to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
That is spectacular.
What's so funny is that you brought that up before as I'm telling the story. I'm like, I know. I tried to do it. Couldn't.
I heard you had another dumb dad moment.
I do?
I just heard about this seconds ago.
Seconds ago. Oh dear. From who?
From my wife.
Oh. Oh, dear.
So from my wife to your wife.
Okay.
So we were, like you said, we were away this weekend.
Yeah.
We were filming.
Yes.
We left very early.
Yes.
Our wives went to Discovery Cube. Your wife was late getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Late leaving the house. They wanted to meet there at 10.
Right.
She texted my wife at 10.
Sure.
Saying, just now leaving. Do you know why?
The car seat situation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Although
I guess you took the car with the car seats installed.
Yes and no.
It's okay. You
So
can deny this dumb dad moment.
No, I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny it. But it was one of those things where last week how did this work? Like last week or something like that, one of our wives was going to pick up both of the kids. So we needed to put 2 car seats in one of the cars.
Right.
Or something like that.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly what the case was. But so in a sense, like one of the car seats came out, was thrown in the trunk, exchanged, both put in little kids' car seats. And then one of the days I needed to leave, and then I went in there and like the car seat was in the back of the car. And I was like, oh, I got to get this out of here. So I just took it out and like threw it in the other car. Mm-hmm. My wife knew that I did that. Oh. It was like, I just needed to get it out of the car so I could, I was like going to go to the store or something, and it was in the trunk or something. And I was like, oh, I just got to get it out of here. So I threw it in the other car. And there it sat in our my in-laws' car for 2 or 3 days. We didn't use the car for 2-3 days. So neither of us thinking about that. Then you and I are gonna. I was like, I'll drive us down to set. So I went and picked you up in the car that had the one car seat, and we just have a booster, but we have a booster and a car seat in both cars.
Right.
So yeah. But when it's something you don't normally do because it's always, of course, strapped in or whatever. Yeah. I don't know if it's 100% on me, but it was definitely
That's fine. That's fine. I just needed to bring it to the attention. I don't know the details. I don't know if it's a dumb dad moment or not.
But I'll say it is one of those things. I'm sure it's happened to you. Although I don't know, you guys are definitely one car. Once in a while we have the in-laws car, so we sometimes we're a 2-car family. But essentially the idea is when you open the car and maybe you cleaned the car the day before or whatever it is.
That's when it is. And
and then the moment that you're like, I'll put I'll reinstall these tomorrow, and then you don't think tomorrow and then you're trying to get out of the house and you open the car door and the car seats are just floating around in the back seat, not latched down. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then how fast can I secure this thing? And that's when and that's what happened to her. Of course, she's like, of course you can't leave the house on time with little kids, period.
No, never.
And then you get out to the car and open the door and it's like, Okay, everyone just stand there while I reinstall this car seat. I'm sure she's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. There's no worse feeling than like, so, well, yeah, I've taken the car seat out to go to the like car wash or like pick somebody up from the airport. Like when I picked my parents up, it's like, well, I can't have these car seats.
Sure.
And then, it's the same thing. It's like whenever you promise yourself, I'll do this tomorrow. No, you won't. Just
it's weird. It's
I'll do this when I absolutely have to. Should really be what the answer is.
I know. And then it's like, why am I pulling a fast one on my future self?
Yeah.
I mean, like, what am I doing to me?
Wow, that's so unlike me. I made a promise and I didn't follow through.
Yeah, exactly.
On something that wasn't urgent.
A promise based solely on convenience in the moment that benefited me in like a minuscule way.
Yes, because I have 5.
And now here I am swearing at the fact that I have kids that like I should have left the house 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, because I always have like 5 minutes to sit there and think about the car and go, I'm just going to run out to the car and do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Proactive. Yeah. That's the worst feeling too, because I don't have it. I've done it a couple times where I have thrown it in loose and then you open the car door and you're like, ugh. And you click it in. Yeah. But the worst one is like I'll take it out and I'll either put it all the way in the garage or I'll just put it on the other side of my gate and lock it. But I won't see it because it's out of sight, out of mind. Right. And then I'm like, all right, come on, let's go, guys. We gotta get going. Always. And then go up to the door, open the door and go, come on, get it. Just like that's not that feeling of just no car seat. Is the worst.
Oh man. Then there's a small fleeting moment of like, where did I put it?
Yeah. Oh my God, we were robbed and someone stole a disgusting car seat.
There's something to be said about the comment you just made, which is like, that's how you leave the house. Whenever you leave the house with your kids, it's, come on, you guys, we gotta go. Yeah. That's like that's just the generic way you leave the house. Mm-hmm. Whereas like you leave the house, like before kids, you leave the house, you go to your car, you realize, oh, I forgot my sunglasses. I'll go back in and get them. Mm-hmm. Start the car, warm it up, go back in and get them. As long as I'm in here, maybe I'll make myself a coffee. Yep. Right. You go back in the car. You set your coffee down. You get ready to go. You think, I don't really like this shirt. You go back in, change your shirt. You know, like you're just kind of
come back out and your car is gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. What? But when you leave the house with your kids, come on, yep. Let's go. No, keep your shoes on.
Well, that's
it's like this always this rushed. But no matter what you do, like how many when you're a parent, like you want to leave the house in 20 minutes or 2 minutes. Like if you leave the house in 2 minutes because you're running behind, it's chaos. You need to leave the house in 20 minutes. You're like, this is great. Let's put our shoes on. That way we're ready to go. But 2 minutes before you need to leave, your kid's like, I got to go to the bathroom. And now they're in there pooping. They haven't pooped in 2 days.
Oh, God.
Like then what are we doing here?
I have the plumbing tools for that.
How do they know?
What's funny about that is I'm a little bit of both because I will, come on, let's get in the car and then buckle them in, and my oldest can buckle herself in. So I'm buckling the youngest. You buckled in? You're buckling yourself in? Thank you. All right, let's go. Run around, sit down and go, Kev, you don't have any sunglasses. And then I saunter back in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Like I turn the rush off because I know I'm going to go and get what I need and get back and not go, oh, a butterfly. Did you see the butterfly?
I think.
Do you remember when we had butterfly?
I feel like it's a rare case because usually when I'm thinking about it is because I was out of the house in a rush with the kids. I'm like halfway down the block and from like, I don't have my sunglasses.
I've done it. I've done that many times.
And I don't like the shirt I'm wearing.
And I hate the shirt I'm wearing. And where's my coffee? Dunk.
Yeah, Never mind. In the rearview mirror. Yep. It's there shattered on the middle of the road.
Whoop, whoop.
It's a real chore. I mean,
blessing.
It's a blessing, yeah.
Every moment,
man, I said blessing weird.
Every moment's a gift.
Yeah.
A surprise. Yeah. A gift I didn't.
But at least we've got some fall weather. Let me tell you.
Some fall weather. So talking about school. This will lead into my dumb down moment. This isn't my dumb down moment. This is just something that really happened.
Okay. This is just a real life occurrence you're going to give me here?
This really happened.
Okay.
My daughter had a project over the weekend.
Sure.
And it was like a about me project. So it was like we print out pictures and cut them and put them and then draw a picture of like your
a collage.
family.
It's called a collage.
Well, it was like many pages. I don't know if that still counts as a collage. It was like one page was like, what's your favorite color? Now color that in. And then the next page is like a picture of your family. And then the next thing is like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And like, what's your favorite food?
I think it's called a collection of collages.
Maybe, I don't know. It's a dossier. I don't know.
We found it.
Make your own dossier. My dog ate her homework.
You liar.
Yeah, 100% did. He ate one page because what's your favorite food? And she wrote cereal. And then
she glued cereal to it.
Yeah. And then he just ate it.
Yeah.
We learned quickly you can't really make the excuse the dog ate my homework because we just were like, oh, okay, well, we'll just Photoshop or scan on our printer what's left and then the piece of paper and remake it. And we remade it and it was fine and it went in.
Classic.
But I did tell her teacher I couldn't resist the opportunity.
100%.
Because my daughter was out sick on Monday with just a cold, but it's like, you're sick. Just stay home. I don't want you spreading it to the whole class. And so I went into school to do PTA stuff, which leads to my next part of the story.
Okay.
And I went up to the teacher and I was like, hi, I just wanted to bring in Lucy's project. She's like, oh my gosh, that's really nice. You didn't have to do that. And I was like, no problem. Her dog ate her homework for real, ate the cereal page. We had to reprint the whole thing. And she just went, okay. I went, all right, well, that was really fun for me. I was really excited to tell a teacher.
No reaction, huh?
I was really excited to tell a teacher the dog ate the homework. I mean,
it's a rare.
What a gift. And
yeah.
I don't know. She didn't care at all. Ruined my day. Ruined my whole day. Which leads me to my dumb dad.
I don't like her anymore either.
She's great. No, she's delightful. But I'll win her over.
Not much of a sense of humor, apparently.
Well, she hates mine, which is fair. Which is fair.
Totally fair. She just pass on your.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? This conversation is lingering. So the leads to my dumb dad. My dumb dad moment is. So I was at the school. We're preparing for this big fall festival.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah. Big PTA deal. Don't worry, it'll be all over next week's podcast. Disappointment to come. That's what we'll name it.
Can't wait. You're already titling next week's podcast.
Fall on Your Face Festival.
Great. Falls in all caps.
Mm-hmm. So we're getting ready for it. We're doing a lot of planning. It's going really well, and I know one of the parents came up with a smart idea of like, well, not every kid's probably going to be able to make it, and it's going to be a fun affair. Kids are going to get like candy and treats and games and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. So they came up with the idea. We asked a lot of parents to donate candy, and the parents did a great job, donated a ton of candy. So we separated them all and made a ton of bags, and we were like, let's go give them out to the classroom. Whether you come to the fall festival or not, you can get a bag of candy from the PTA. That way you could just you get to be a part of it. Even if you don't get to go to the festival, it's like, I still got to, on the day, Friday, at the end of the school day, before the festival starts, every kid gets some candy.
Sure.
So I'm with like 3 other very confident, strong-willed women, and me who I'm not confident about the socks that I'm wearing.
Again, with the shirt. Didn't like the shirt when I left.
The shirt's great. It's a dinosaur. I love dinosaurs. They were a long time ago. And so we finished making the bags. Mm-hmm. It's like 9:45 in the morning. And I was like, great, we're done. And I was like, when should we find time to like pass these out? And all 3 moms like, let's do it now. And I was like, right now? Like bring them to the classrooms? Like bring them to the classrooms, tell the teachers you can give this to the kids on Friday. And I'm immediately warm. So uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm just like, so you want me to walk into an active classroom
with children?
With children,
judgy, snappy little children,
and because they're gonna make fun of me.
Oh yeah,
and they'll be right. And it'll be a great observation, whatever it is. But they were like, yeah, just go. So I was like, okay. Here I go. And I go into the first classroom.
What grade?
I walk into...
What grade?
Couldn't tell you. No idea. I don't know. 13th.
Your fear clouded your vision that much.
13th. I don't know. Probably... It was probably like second or third grade. But I go in and the teacher's got those like classic projectors up.
Yeah.
And she is mid-talking. She is, as you'd assume. I told you it'd be an active classroom. And she's just like, and that's when the... Like looked at me.
Yeah. Yes.
Got the big eyes. And then I realized in that moment... Now would not be a great time to say, I've got a bag of candy for the children.
That's what you said out loud.
No.
Oh.
I realized in that moment, that's not the thing to say. So I scanned the room real quick, saw her, and then I saw she had a teacher helper. And I was like, I just have a quick, can I talk to her? And she was like, you talk to her, she'll talk to me. And I went, she said it just like that.
Oh, yeah.
I was like
sweating.
Wasn't fall in that moment.
Yeah.
We're in the heat of summer right now.
I bet you could have cooked eggs in your shoes.
So I walked over to her and I went, hey, I just wanted to, and she goes, then the teacher chimes in and goes, can you do it outside? Because you're suddenly more interesting than I am.
Oh?
And I was like, let's go outside. And we just walked outside. We walked out. I just said to the teacher helper, this is candy for the children from the PTA. And the teacher helper went, oh, that's really nice. And I was like, yeah, it feels like it. And
if you excuse me, I need to go to the bathroom.
You can give it to them on Friday. Don't give them to them today. They apparently don't deserve it. So you can give it to them on Friday. It's for any kids who you get it. Here you go. And she was like, thank you so much. I was like, And she walked away. And I turned to the three women who probably are delivered to like 4 classrooms each. And I went, yeah. I'm not doing that anymore.
That's not for me. That's crazy how long it's been since I've been in school, and it felt exactly the same as it used to feel.
She could smell my report cards, and she knew there was room for improvement, and I wanted to get out of there. It was bad, man. I was so uncomfortable.
Oh, my God. That's so good.
I hated every second of that.
Oh, yeah.
And I did. I really did.
Could you do it outside? I don't even want to be here at all. I don't want to be here.
Mm-hmm. It was brutal.
That's everything for me. That's everything for me.
So my dumb dad moment was, I don't know, trying to give candy to children.
Cowering. That's so funny. Quick little story, because it reminded me when you said like the dog ate my homework story and you couldn't wait to say it to her. We have some sort of thing with crickets going on in my house right now.
Okay. Your jokes aren't landing?
No. The where we live now, our landlord, the long story short, like the person that used to own the property that we're renting now sold the property, but sold it in a sense that it was like, I'm just going to sell it to somebody who's going to, the person that bought it was like, they're just going to be the landlord, it's going to
still have the tenants. And
it's still going to be the same thing. So I was like, okay, great. But this new fella was like, we started noticing like there was like, the grass doesn't get cut every week. It gets cut every like 2 weeks. And then there's like, what happened to the guy that used to walk around and spray for bugs and insects and stuff?
Oh.
And so now we've had we've seen some more bugs, spiders and stuff, which is like not that big of a deal, but it used to be like we never saw anything, And we questioned him on it once, and he didn't really. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna save a couple bucks, like spiders should be." And he gave us some BS example of, I horticulture. I used to blah blah blah. It was like, okay, whatever. Just say if you're not gonna do it, then don't do it. Just like then say you're not gonna spray, and we'll do it. It was like that's how it was. So now we've noticed there's been a lot of crickets. There's a lot of crickets in Southern California. We've noticed there's been like a lot of crickets in our house.
Uh-huh.
And so we were like, let's just deal with it ourselves. So we called and had the exterminator come out and like do the assessment. And he's like, okay, I'm going to spray for bugs, spiders, ants and stuff. And then I'll spray for crickets specifically in some areas and everything. And I mean, he's the exterminator.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
Right. And, so this is the on the nose thing I couldn't wait to say to him. I thought about this when he was on the way to our house, and I was like, he's in our living room, and he's kind of explaining to my wife like a couple of things. And I walked up to him and I go, hey man, so let me ask you something. Do you tell your friends like, sure, comics are great and all, but I'm the real Spider-Man? And he was like, oh no, I don't. I was like, well, you should. You're literally the Spider-Man. And he's like, yeah, and he kind of realized it in that moment. Kind of the same thing. I was so excited to confirm with him. I bet he says it. I bet he's like, I'm the real, I deal with spiders. I'm Spider-Man. No, he had never even thought about it before. I was like, dude, you're Spider-Man and Ant-Man.
And Cricket Man. That's not a fun
and
one.
Sort of, I don't know, Black Widow. I don't know, but there's like a lot of them there.
Oh, Black Widow. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, never thought of it.
No.
I was like, well, you know what? There's a freebie for you.
He's like, oh man, never thought of it. You should probably go inside him and spray, and you go inside and he goes, if I had to hear that joke one more fucking time.
Oh, that's really clever.
I'm going to spray the next guy who says that to me.
Yeah.
Spray him right in the face.
Yeah, he probably sprayed inside of all of our mugs, too. Taste that, you stupid joke on Spider-Man. Is it funny? Funny, Mr. Burger?
Spraying inside your Nespresso. That's incredible.
Needless to say, I can walk on the ceiling now.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty fun.
I'll end on this. I think our exterminator, my wife and I are convinced our exterminator company is collectively playing a prank on us.
Just walking around spraying water.
That'd be a real prank. I think that's a scam.
Placebo.
The first time somebody came out to spray, we've only had them for 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
First time somebody came out to spray, they're like, "What's up, man? My name's Mark. I'm gonna be your guy. This is my route. This is my area." And I was like, "All right, cool, man." He's like, "I'll be out every 3 months. I'll be out every month to spray for mosquitoes, and then every 3 months to spray for spiders and crickets and stuff." And I was like, "Awesome, love it."
Whatever the schedule is, man. I just don't want to see them.
Love it, Mark. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then he sprayed, and he's like, and then I'll text you when I'm coming out next. I was like, "Great, man." And he took he has my number. We're like, "We're great." And he texted me as he was leaving.
And then we could have dinner sometime.
Yep.
We're like,
we're renewing our
what?
vows. He's my best man.
Yeah.
But and then he texted his assessment. And I was like, "Great." And then a month later, I got a text message. "Hey, this is Kyle. I'll be doing your mosquito spraying. I'll be right out there." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And this guy, Kyle, shows up, totally different dude. I'm like, "What's up, man?" And he's like, "Hey, I'm Kyle. This is my route. I'll be taking care of you guys." And I was like, "All right, man. Cool. Yeah. No problem." And I was like, "Oh, man, Mark got fired."
Quick question. What happened to Mark?
That sucks. He got bit. So I was like, "All right, cool. All right, Kyle, good to meet you, man."
Yeah, Mark was a bit of a recluse, if you know what I mean. A wink. He died.
So we've had the house sprayed 3 times for mosquitoes and twice for spiders. So 5 total.
5 different people.
Yep. Never the same one twice. Never the same one twice. And
this is my route.
Every single one but the last guy said it. And I went outside to talk to the guy. Like, I don't need to. They just spray. They just come out and spray.
Yeah.
No, I walked outside. "How's it going, man?" He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I was like, "Fucking say it."
I dare you to say it. Tell me. Confirm it. Yeah. Convince me how dedicated you are to this property. Because the other people that are all on milk cartons now, I don't know where they are.
It means he's my guy.
Yeah, it means he's your guy.
He's not saying it.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
He also probably lives 40 minutes from your house. So it's just
he just hopped the fence when everything's done. It's like, oh, I do know his name.
He's on the fence. He just goes and walks around, sprays people's houses.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's pretty great. Anyway, we got a cricket problem in my house.
You'll push through.
We'll get there.
Well, I think that's a
pretty good place to stop, I think.
I think so as
well.
well.
A good little update.
If you guys have some dumb parent moments of your own, dumb dad, dumb mom, please let us know, whether it involves eating homework or making a joke that doesn't land to the teacher or whatever. You guys can email us, dumbdadpod@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Instagram at dumbdadpod, which is also our handle on TikTok and Twitter at dumbdadpod. You guys can watch this podcast on YouTube. We're the Dumb Dads on YouTube.
That's right.
The link is in the bio of all of our pages, all of our social media platforms. So check all that out. Thanks as always to Ed Verdue on SoundCloud for the intro and outro, and thanks as always to my lovely wife Annie for editing this podcast.
Boom.
Evan, they've been asking for it. You got a joke?
That's why you make it through the whole thing. So yeah, I have a fall themed joke.
Oh man, good for you.
Right? Let me ask you, Kevin. Why did the Scarecrow win a Nobel Peace Prize?
Why did the Scarecrow win a Nobel Peace Prize? I don't know.
He was outstanding in his field.
That's nice.
It's not bad.
That's pleasant.
That's a good little pleasant fall joke. Yeah, quick little shout out to my sister and her dog Rookie. Thinking of you, sis. Love you. And I think that's about it for us.
Sounds good.
Okay, happy weather. We'll be back to summer in 2 weeks.
Okay,
bye.
Bye. Welcome to the world, little one. Welcome to life.
How do I stop this?